What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nash, and in this video I'm going to be going over the top entry-level finance jobs that are projected to grow in the coming years. Now, the source for this is going to be the BLS website, which stands for the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is a website that gathers information through surveys that are sent to businesses, families, and it's just a huge database of information that a lot of people don't really know about this website and they don't use it. This is the source of all this information. So I want to show you those top entry level jobs in finance, and also want to show you guys how to do research on this website because this changes over the years, right? A certain job might be projected to be growing by 8%, but then next year, because of things happening like when COVID happened, it might have changed some of the projections. So it's good to know how to do this on your own as this information changes. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and and we'll get started. This is the home page, right? So you want to go over to publications because you're trying to access one of their publications, which is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. So which is going to be right here. Click on that. So from here, you can do your searches. So you can search for anything you want to search for here. As you can see, we have a search bar here. You can even look at the different categories here if you're looking to, if you don't have anything in mind, right? You can even look at some of their quick searches here. So your fastest growing, you have all types of categories to browse here. Let's go ahead and search right here. Okay. Let's search for financial analyst, right? If you do a search on here, just click the first link here. All right, so let me go ahead and close this over here. All right, so this is our first one, which is financial analyst. Obviously, a lot of people that graduate from college is with the finance or any business degree, you can go work as a financial analyst. This is often the starting position for a lot of people that end up, being in finance or in accounting or in economics. This is a common entry level position. Now, looking at this here, you can see that this is projected to grow by 8%, which is faster than average. And I'm thinking that this is because, it's an entry level job. Essentially, they need people that understand how to, do data analysis. They need people with those skills, right? As these businesses expand, they keep looking for these people. If you look on this here, you can see that this is growing faster than the average. It even gives you the number of jobs that were created in 2022, right? So this is past data. Now, the cool thing is also gives you the projected number of jobs, right? As you can see here, it says 29,000, and it also tells you the level of education. And you're going to see that for a lot of these jobs in finance that are projected to grow, you're going to be required to have a bachelor's degree, which is going to be kind of like an entry level education. Now, if you look down here, we have some descriptions here of the job itself. So this is how you do your research here. You want to go ahead and look at some of these things. If it's something that you've never heard of before, go ahead and click one of these links and learn more about it. All right. Now, if we scroll up here, there's different tabs that you can go on and get more information. So if I look at maybe let's look at that job outlook. All right, gives you a brief summary here. Like I said before, financial analysts are, they work in all types of companies. It could be a construction company, it could be an engineering company, it could be, a laundry company. Are you gonna find financial analysts? One of the things I like to do here is you can actually download this data here, right? So let's look at financial and investment analyst. So you can even get this data here if you want to learn a little more about it, right? All right, now moving on to the next one, which is going to be accountants and auditors. This is projected to grow by 4%. As you can see, this is as fast as average. So it's not something like we're looking at before, the financial analysts, where it's growing faster than average. Accountants and auditors, will always be needed, right? Most accountants go work for in the private sector with the big four. Some go work for the government. They'll always be needed. You always need accountants. As you can see that in 2022, it was about 1.5 million jobs created, and they're projecting an additional 67,000 to be created. Once again, look at the entry level education here. You see it's a bachelor's degree. We also have the median pay, which is like 79K. Now, our next one here is going to be budget analyst. Now, I will say that I've seen a lot of people with with economics degree go work as budget analyst. I don't know why, but they all tend to go work as a budget analyst. But I think a lot of people forget about this job, and a lot of people work for the government, whether they're working at the Fed, they're working in the local government as budget analysts. I know that cities are always trying to hire budget analysts as well as like the federal government. So you can see this is projected to grow by 3%, which is as fast as average. You can see that in 2022, it was 51,000 jobs that were created, and they're projecting an additional 1,700 to be created through 2032, right? Once again, we'll look at the education level here. It's a bachelor's degree that's required as entry level, and the median pay is about 85K. All right, so now the last one here is going to be market research analyst. Now, this was a little surprising to me because I've actually never heard of this before. But it's essentially like a financial analyst, but you specialize in a specific market, right? And your job is to just know as much as you can about that market through research, obviously. Now, this is projected to grow by 13%, which is probably the highest growth percentage that we've seen on this list here. Now, in 2022, it was about 800,000 jobs created, and they're projecting an additional 116K jobs here. And you can see the median pay up here is 74K. Now, once again, the typical entry-level education is a bachelor's degree. And if you want to learn more about this, go ahead and check that out here. All right, so that is pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys how to do this type of research on your own. As you can see, this is a pretty good database, right? It tells you projections of what the growth is going to look like in the next few years, right? This is something that you should be looking at before you start applying for jobs, or even before you pick a major, or before you start, planning to get into a specific career. This is something that you can look at. And unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people look at this website or even know that it exists. But this is one of those resources that is put together by your information, whether you're filling out surveys or whether your company's filling out surveys. That's where the information is going, and I think you can take advantage of it by learning how to do research on this website here. And just a quick takeaway here, if you look at the list of jobs that I went over, you can see that the typical entry-level education is going to be a bachelor's degree. So that's one thing to note, but it doesn't mean that you should always have a bachelor's degree, right? There are obviously exceptions to every rule, but this is what they've gathered, that the typical entry-level education for people working in these jobs is a bachelor's degree. And it makes sense because these are entry-level jobs, which people usually get after college, which is after they get their bachelor's degree, right? They're starting their careers. So it makes sense that that is a typical entry-level education, but that's just something to note. But that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.